In March of 2023, the Dirty Bunch Jeep Club visited the Jack Daniel's Distillery in Lynchburg, Tennessee. It was part of the epic Jeepin' adventure for that year and one of many fun things that we did on that trip. If you're not aware, we try to do at least one local ride every month, and at least once a year, we try to get out of Florida and go ride trails in other states. While we're doing that, we like to stop at cool places like this along the way. The 90-minute walking tour begins with the charcoal that they use as filter. These are sugar maple staves stacked up and ready for burning. On burn days, entire stacks of these are consumed in flames and burned down to charcoal. We'd hoped to be here on one of those days because the fires that they use are huge, reaching temperatures that exceed 2,000 degrees. And we wanted to see that for ourselves, but we were out of luck this time. Maybe we'll get to see them next time. The fires are built under these massive vent hoods and help keep things under control. Once they've burned down, the charcoal's collected and used to mellow the 140 proof clear unaged whiskey. Every drop of Jack Daniel's whiskey is dripped onto and gravity fed through more than 10 feet of this charcoal. Cave Spring is considered to be Lynchburg's greatest resource, and it's the reason that Jack Daniel chose this location for his distillery. The natural spring brings 800 gallons of cool, clean water to the surface every minute. Now, if you're like me, you'll take a look at the amount of water coming out of this cave and notice right away that this is not 800 gallons a minute. The reason for that is simple. Years ago, the company made the decision to draw their water from a portion of this stream that is not visible from the cave entrance. When you stand at this cave entrance, you can see water coming from the cave, but what you cannot see is the water actually coming from the ground itself. That's because that happens further into the mountain, and that is where they've decided to pull from for several reasons. The primary reason is to avoid contamination. Security will not allow you to enter the waters here, but even if you did, it would not contaminate their water source. In fact, this water runs down to a small duck pond and not directly into the distillery. This is an open air stream in the area, so drawing from it here would not make the most sense. Because of where the water is drawn, they can take advantage of the natural purification system and avoid having to go through this expensive and time-consuming process. Now, we were not allowed to film during certain parts of the tour, and we were not allowed to see the entire process, but we were taken to several buildings where we saw bits and pieces of what is happening on site. Once we finished our tour, we, of course, purchased a bottle of Jack Daniel's whiskey, and then took the short stroll west to the square. There, we got a delicious lunch at Barrel House Barbecue. They make a grilled cheese sandwich with barbecue pork that is a local favorite, and after having had it, we would strongly recommend it ourselves. And of course, Tiffany left her mark to let others know we were there. A block away, we hit the Jack Daniel's gift shop. It's named Lynchburg Hardware and General Store. There, you can buy just about anything Jack Daniel's, including previously used barrels.